Adelman making his fourth appearance for Chillicothe. Only his second start, a record of 1 win, no losses, does have a save over 10 innings pitched, a .270 earned run average. Facing right fielder Carter Rust, who takes ball 1. Rust swings at the 1-0. Fly ball out to right field. Schechterman is under it, puts it away for out number 1. So with the 1 away, here's second baseman Dom Krupinski. Did play in that first game earlier this afternoon. Was 0 for 3 with a pair of ground outs and a fly out. Takes the 1-0 pitch for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Krupinski out of Indiana State University from Livonia, Michigan. 2 ball, 1 strike count. And now the pitch. Swung on. Ground ball, third base, backhanded Burdett, underhand to Adelman. 3-1 on the putout, and the Mill Rats with 2 quick outs. They'll send their first baseman, Peyton Starr, to the plate. So Starr out of McPherson College from Lake Jackson, Texas, 6 feet tall, 230 pounds. Starr 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts in this afternoon's early game. Takes ball 1 from Adelman. Starr batting .390 on the season. Does have a pair of home runs, 18 runs batted in. 1-0 is high for ball 2. Turns on a fastball, drills it foul down the right field line. 2 balls and a strike. So this will be it between these two teams until they meet again in July. That will be July 10th, 11th, and 12th at Veterans Field in Chillicothe. Actually, no, I have that incorrect. They will be here in Johnstown. My bad, my fault. No, those games are in yellow on the schedule. That means they're here. So Chillicothe will be here on July 10th, 11th, and 12th. A doubleheader scheduled for July 21st is when Johnstown will be back in Ohio. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count on the Mill Rat first baseman. Takes the full count pitch low, and the Mill Rats with their first base runner of the afternoon. So a man on, 2 out, center fielder Max Humphrey. Humphrey, a freshman at Kent State, Mount Pleasant, Michigan native, 6 feet tall, 200-pounder. And he as well did not play in game 1. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back to the netting. No balls and a strike. Humphrey batting .190, no homers, 2 runs batted in. He's scored 10 times and also has 4 stolen bases in 12 games. Swings and comes up empty. At an 0-1, count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch up around the eyeballs. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Well, one more game at Chillicothe, another one-off. That'll happen on July 29th when the Mill Rats travel to Ohio. And now a hit batsman on the 1-2 pitch. So now 2 on, 2 out, designated hitter Jack Newman. Had game 1 off, but has been pressed into duty here in game 2. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off to the left side for strike one. A freshman at the University of North Florida out of Jacksonville. 5'11", 200 pounds. Jack, one of the better hitters on this Mill Rats team. Looks at the 0-1 and quickly in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Newman batting 192, no homers, 5 runs batted in. A chance for the Mill Rats to get on the board, chip into this 2-0 Chillicothe lead. They lead at 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. 0-2 pitch. That one's fouled off. And now the 0-2 delivery. Swung on. Ground ball to short. Bowen toss over to Burdett, and that'll do it for the Mill Rats in the bottom of the first inning. Well, the Mill Rats threaten, but they do not score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 2-0 Paints as we head to the top of the second inning when we come back right here on Prospect League TV and Rats Radio. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Johnstown. Catcher Joey Perry to get it started for the Mill Rats. He did not play in game 1. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back off the netting for strike 1. Of course, Perry, a freshman at Seton Hall University. He's from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. That's over near Pittsburgh. Stands 5'10", 190 pounds. 0-1 pitch is high for ball 1. Perry batting .346 for the Rats in 7 games with a homer and 6 runs batted in. Fouls off the next pitch, off to the left. And now a ball and 2 strikes. And now the 1-2 from Adelman. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Brown gonna have to hurry, double clutches, and gets him. 5-3 on the putout. And now the left fielder, Wes Parker. Again, did not play in game 1 earlier this afternoon. And of course, the story on Parker, an incredible one. He was knocked unconscious in the very first game of the season and missed several weeks of playing time, but now back with the Mill Rats as he grounds the first pitch to the first baseman. Underhand toss to Adelman, who slides into the bag and completes the play for out number 2. So third baseman Chance Satcho. Again, another Mill Rat that did not play in game 1 earlier this afternoon. Looks at the first pitch for ball 1. Satcho out of Delaware State. He lives in Coriopolis, PA. That is over near Pittsburgh as well. A junior, 5'11", 200 pounds. And takes strike 1. Satcho hitting less than 100. Has an .094 batting average. Appearing in his 10th game for Johnstown. No home runs, 4 runs batted in. Looking at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Pitch is fouled off. Count will stay at a ball and 2 strikes. And now the shadows from the sun going down behind the mountain behind third base starting to creep across the pitcher's mound and out toward shortstop and third. In fact, first base is completely in the shadow now. Johnstown trails at 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-ball, 2-strike pitch swung on and just got a piece of it to stay alive. Five hits already for the Paints. As Satcho, looks at ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is inside, and the count goes full at 3-2. Chillicothe with 8 hits the entire game earlier this afternoon. Already with 5 here, and we're only through an inning and a half. First game went by pretty quickly, only took an hour and 50 minutes. The one thing you wouldn't want here is one of those 4-hour marathons. 2-2 pitch, swung on. And a line drive out to center field. That'll drop in front of Colosso. And Satcho with the first Millrat hit of the afternoon. And now the Rats have a runner with 2 outs and a runner at first, shortstop Parker Martin. Martin 0 for 3 in game 1 this afternoon. Swings at the first pitch, fouls that one off for strike 1. The throw over, and Satcho was caught leaning. 1-3 on the caught stealing. And the Millrats are done in the bottom of the second. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Chillicothe leads at 4-0, top of the third, coming up right here on Rats Radio and Prospect League TV. Bottom of the third inning, Millrats trail it 4-0. Shortstop Parker Martin, his first plate appearance. He was batting when Chance Satcho got picked off of first base. Sends one a long way down that left field line, but it drifts foul. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1 high and away, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Game 2 of a doubleheader here at Sargent Stadium at the point. Swung on and again lifted down the left field line. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman Gomez. Underhand toss to Burdette, and 1 away in the bottom of the third inning. So top of the order for right fielder Carter Rust. Flew out to right field for the first out in the Millrats' bottom of the first. Rats trail it 4-0. Chillicothe with 5 hits, Johnstown with just 1. Here's one tapped down the third base line. Wise play by the third baseman Ethan Brown, letting it roll foul just about a foot or 2 before the third base bag. Or else that would have been an infield single for Carter Rust. But instead, no balls and a strike. And he'll have to regroup and return to the right-hand batter's box. Swings at the next pitch, fouls that off to the right, and now in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Johnstown won the first game of this 3-game series last night. Dropped the first game of the doubleheader this afternoon. Now looking to rebound and try to take 2 out of 3 from the Paints as that one is fouled back. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Catcher colted back, dropped the ball, but was able to tag Rust on the backside. And Rust goes down on strikes for the second out here in the third inning. First strikeout of the afternoon for Adelman, the Paints pitcher. So now with 2 away, second baseman Dom Krupinski grounded out to first, I should say. Well, first pitch hits him. That is the second hit batter of the afternoon. So the Mill Rats get a freebie, and now first baseman Peyton Starr. Swung on and fouled back. And Starr in the hole, no balls and a strike. Starr 0 for 1 this afternoon, a walk back in the first inning, so actually 0 for 0, looking for his first official at bat. And now some kind of a conversation happening out in the middle of the field between the home plate and base umpires. Well, whatever that conversation may have been, the count on Starr, no balls and a strike. Runner at first is Krupinski, who reached first, being hit by the pitch after 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 0-1 pitch over the outside corner, no balls, 2 strikes. And now the 1-1. Swung on and missed, and Starr down on strikes. A pair of strikeouts in the inning. Those are the first 2 for Adelman. Mill Rats get a runner, but they leave him. No runs, no hits, no errors, and another man on left. That's 3 left on base through the first 3 innings of the ball game. After 3 complete, Chillicothe leads at 4-0. Back with the top of the 4th when we come back right here on Rats Radio and Prospect League TV. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here in the inning. Center fielder Max Humphrey will lead it off. He was hit by a pitch his only time up. That was all the way back in the first inning. Johnstown still with only the 1 single solitary hit. That was a base hit back in the second by Chance Satcho, and then he was caught stealing for the final out of that inning. Humphrey fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Second pitch fouled off to the river. Out beyond the first base grandstand. So 0-2. Swings at the next pitch. Popped up, shortstop Bowen has it measured, makes the catch for out number 1. So with 1 away, designated hitter Jack Newman grounded out to short, his only time up back in the first. Mill Rats need base runners. They trail it 4-0. And already in the bottom of the 4th inning. Newman looks at a pitch inside, ball 1. One 1-0 misses. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Or 2 balls and no strikes, beg your pardon. Can you tell the afternoon's starting to get long? So Newman draws a 4-pitch base on balls. And with 1 out and a man on, catcher Joey Perry. 0 for 1 in the game, a ground out to third base. So far, all that Joey has to show for his appearance this afternoon as the throw over and Newman back in safely. Perry 0 for 1, trying to get something started for the Rats as we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Takes the first pitch low, and that is ball 1. Next pitch to Perry. Stays outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Perry wraps that one down the first base line, just foul. And now going to have to send the runner back. Newman was running on the pitch. So now 2 balls and a strike. Another throw over, and Newman back. Again, Perry batting .346 with a homer, 6 runs batted in. 2-1, outside and low, 3 balls and a strike. No one loosening in the Chillicothe bullpen, so this is Adelman's game right now. Fly ball lifted out to center field. Colosso camps under it, makes the catch. And Newman will have to retreat back to first base. 2 away for left fielder Wes Parker. Grounded out to the first baseman Burdette. That was back in the second inning. Millrat's bats need to get going with just 1 hit here in this ball game so far. And the first pitch to Parker hits him in the left shoulder. Third hit batsman of the ball game. So now runners at first and second. With 2 away, and third baseman Chance Satcho singled and was caught stealing his last time up in the second. Takes a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch, breaking ball, and that is over for strike 2. 0-2 pitch. That stays outside. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Millrats trail it 4-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. And the count stays at 1-2. Millrats looking to keep pace with Chillicothe. As that one's lifted out to center field, Colosso will camp under it, make the catch, and the Millrats are retired in the bottom of the fourth inning. Well, no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 more runners left on base. 4-0 Chillicothe as we head to the top of the 5th inning. We'll be back in just a minute right here on Rats Radio and Prospect League TV. Rats, they are down 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. This game only scheduled for 7 innings, as the doubleheaders in the Prospect League are. So Johnstown going to rely on the 9-1-2 hitters to get it started here in the inning. Parker Martin 0 for 1 with a ground out, and he takes ball 1. Johnstown with just 1 hit. That was the base hit by Satcho back in the second. There's a ground ball that is fielded by Gomez. Easy toss over to Burdette. And the Millrats have out number 1. Top of the order, right fielder Carter Rust, 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Swings at the first pitch, drives that one out to left field, cut off by Mo Neal, and that will hold Rust to a single, but the Mill Rats with a base runner, and that's what they need if they want to come back into this 4-0 Chillicothe Paints lead. Again in the bottom of the 5th inning, time running out. So now second baseman Dom Krupinski hit by a pitch his last time up. 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the first. Swings at the first pitch, and apparently being ruled a home run. And Adelman, the Paints pitcher, protesting vehemently. But apparently that ball is ruled a home run. Well, that will cut into the Chillicothe lead. It's now 4-2 Paints. But everybody in the stadium surprised. And again, I wish we had replay. Well, now they're going to go over and talk to the base umpire. Adelman on the field pointing, explaining to his players where he thought the ball went foul. But now they're talking amongst themselves, the umpires, halfway down the first base line. So unless that base umpire saw something different, this will go down as a 2-run homer. Adelman's still upset about the play. He's waving his arm around and shaking his head, can't believe it. And the discussion continues between the umpires. A long discussion. And we'll take a look at some out-of-town scores. 11-0 Lafayette over the Danville Dans. That one shortened to 11 innings, and they're going to call it a home run. So the Mill Rats cut into that 4-0 lead. It's now 4-2. Going to be anxious to get home and re-watch that one. So now a 4-2 Chillicothe lead. And one out. Bases empty for first baseman Peyton Starr. And the first pitch to Starr is ball one. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. And then that one wrapped inside the first base line. That's going to roll around in right field. Starr going to turn it on and head to second base with a double. Well, Adelman must be a little bit shaken up. He thought that Krupinski home run was just a long foul ball. And I'll be honest with you, I did not see it. I was trying to look down the line as it was going down, and the way all of a sudden everybody reacted and started trotting around the bases. So again, can't wait to get home and watch the PLTV broadcast on demand to take a look. And now Chillicothe's pitching coach going out to have a talk with Adelman, settle him down. There's no doubt he's upset. But there is no one throwing in the Chillicothe bullpen. So this is just a calm down visit before center fielder Max Humphrey comes to the plate. So here is center fielder Max Humphrey. 0 for 1, was also hit by a pitch back in the first inning. Millrats with a runner at second, and they have cut into this Chillicothe lead. It's now 4-2. Swung on. And a ground ball down to second base. Gomez up with it to Burdette for the out as Starr trots down to third base. Humphrey out 4-3 on the play. And now the designated hitter, Jack Newman. 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes the first pitch way outside for ball 1. And still nobody warming up in the Chillicothe bullpen. So this is Adelman's game to throw. And that 1-0 pitch misses for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0) just off the plate inside, and now a 3-ball no strike count. And the 3-0, a 4-pitch walk. And now runners at first and third for the catcher, Joey Perry. 0 for 2. And you can certainly tell that Chillicothe starting pitcher Scotty Adelman is just not himself right now. Still thinking about that phantom home run off the bat of Dom Krupinski. And again, I'm going to have to go back and look at the tape. I did not see that ball go out. And apparently a lot of controversy as to whether it did or didn't. So the first pitch to Perry is low and away for ball 1. Runner at third is Starr. Runner at first is Newman. Millrats trail it now 4-2. And the 1-0 missing outside. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. And now the Chillicothe dugout starting to get a little animated as the 2-0 misses for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Throw over, and Newman back in safely at first base. Well, the inning started. Parker Martin grounded out to second base. Carter Rust with a base hit. And now a 4-pitch walk to Joey Perry, and the base is filled with Millrats. And now the Chillicothe management going to finally get a pitcher up in the bullpen. Looks like it's going to be Felix Polanco, but Adelman still the pitcher of record as he drills Parker. Hit by the pitch. And Starr comes in from third base for the third Millrats run. Newman down to third. And Perry makes his way down to second. So still bases loaded. Millrats trail it by 1 now, picking up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Chance Satcho, the 9th Millrat to come to the plate here in the 5th. And the first pitch, a ball. And now catcher Colton back out to calm his pitcher down. That's going to give Polanco a chance to loosen up a bit. Yeah, they're just going to stand out there and waste some time. As Polanco is trying to get loose in a hurry down in the third base bullpen. That's beyond the Chillicothe Paints dugout. Well, as I started to say before, Parker Martin started the inning grounding out to second base. And then Carter Rust with a base hit. Dom Krupinski followed with that controversial home run. It was now 4-2 Chillicothe. Peyton Starr with a double. Max Humphrey grounded out to second base, but then Newman walked, Perry walked, Parker hit by a pitch, and that drove in Peyton Starr from third base. And Scotty Adelman just has not been himself ever since that two-run homer. So now the Rats have fought their way back. They trail it by one at 4-3. Still 2 outs, but a 1-0 count on the batter, Chance Satcho. Bases are loaded. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. And here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, second base, Gomez throws the ball over to first. Did a nice job of making the play, even though he toppled over on his backside. So Satcho grounds out with the bases loaded, but the Mill Rats able to pick up 3 runs on, let's see, 1, 2, 3 hits. There were no errors and 3 men left. Well, things have gotten a whole lot more interesting here in the bottom of the 5th. It's now the Paints 4, the Mill Rats 3, top of the 6th when we return right here on Rats Radio and Prospect League TV.